Have you ever felt exhausted even after a full night's sleep? Have you ever looked at your life and thought, I don't know why I am so tired. I haven't done anything physically demanding. You are showing up for work, showing up for your family, showing up for your responsibilities. But inside, you feel drained, disconnected, and overwhelmed. If that sounds familiar, you may not be physically tired. You may be emotionally experiencing burnout. And today, let's talk about it. As a licensed psychosocial counselor, I often meet people who believe they are simply stressed, but what they are actually experiencing is much deeper. Emotional burnout happens when you have been carrying emotional burdens for so long that your mind and body begin to protest. It is the result of constantly pouring out while rarely pouring back into yourself. It happens when you're always the strong one, always the helper, always the listener, always the fixer, always the giver. Until one day, you realize there is nothing left in your emotional tank. Emotional burnout doesn't always announce itself loudly. Sometimes it whispers. You become easily irritated by things that never used to bother you. You feel disconnected from people you care about. You lose enthusiasm for things you once enjoyed. You find yourself emotionally numb. You struggle to focus. You feel overwhelmed by even small tasks. And perhaps the most painful part is that you begin to wonder what is wrong with you. The truth is, there is nothing wrong with you. Your emotional system is simply asking for attention. Many people think burnout only comes from working too hard. But emotional burnout often comes from carrying too much, carrying unresolved pain, carrying everyone else's problem, carrying guilt, carrying expectations, even carrying disappointment, and carrying responsibilities that were never yours to carry alone. Some people have been in survival mode for so long that they no longer remember what peace feels like. And when survival becomes your normal, burnout is often not far behind. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you checked in with yourself? Not your schedule, not your finances, not your obligations, but you yourself. When was the last time you asked, how am I really doing? Many people spend so much time caring for others that they abandon themselves in the process. And eventually, the emotional debt comes due. The good news is that burnout is not a life sentence, but healing requires honesty. You must first acknowledge that you are tired, not weak, not lazy, not failing, tired. Then give yourself permission to rest. Permission to set boundaries, to say no when necessary, to release responsibilities that do not belong to you, to seek support instead of carrying everything alone. And most importantly, to remember that your worth is not measured by how much you do for others. You are valuable simply because you exist. My friend, you were never designed to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. Should I repeat? You were never designed to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. Yeah. You are human. You need rest. You need renewal. You need moments of stillness. You need space to breathe. And there is no shame in admitting that. Sometimes the strongest thing you can do is to stop pretending that you are okay and start taking care of yourself. So today, if you have been feeling exhausted, overwhelmed, and emotionally drained, I want you to hear this. Rest is not weakness. Boundaries are not selfishness. Asking for help is not failure. And taking good care of your emotional well-being is not a luxury. It is a necessity. You cannot continually pour from an empty cup. You cannot heal while constantly running. And you cannot become the person you were meant to be if you neglect the very soul that carries you. Take good care of yourself. Your mind matters. Your emotions matter. You matter. If this message resonated with you, comment, I give myself permission to rest, and share this video with someone who may be silently struggling with emotional burnout. I am TheLadyKeziah, addressing the difficult yet necessary conversations we know we are periodically supposed to have with our own selves and with the people we love, the people around us. When you are all by yourself, what kind of conversations do you have with yourself? Yeah, I'll see you in my next video. But until then, I say much love and blessings.